one thing for certain is this: production costs are not going down. Talent fees are not going down. The cost to retain people is not going down, and not every brand sales is going up. You need the right personality to do the right to do the right show. But I create formats from talent first, and then he said to me, Taf, I want PLT YouTube channel to be the best YouTube channel from any brand that is female clothing. Like, we need to be the best. I want to compete with Foot Asylum. I want to compete with everyone. Like, can you make that happen? I'm looking to be the perfect fit between the brands, the creators, and the content. So you can't do, if you miss one of those three, it doesn't work. Because I know that Taf is going to come back harder. Taf is going to come back stronger. Taf's going to come back smarter. And I was just like, how do you know this? It's like, I know you. I believe in you.
Hi, I'm Justin Crosby and welcome to this week's TellyCast. This week, I'm joined by Taf Makopa, founder of the newly launched Mako Studios. Taf's a rising force in the digital content world. After making waves at Wall of Entertainment with hit shows like Does the Shoe Fit and Harry Pinero's Worst in Class, he's now on a mission to build a creative powerhouse that connects talent, brands and production in smart and meaningful ways. We're talking about how to develop breakthrough social first shows, the business of brokering partnerships in the content economy, and how Taf plans to shake up the digital production space with Mako Studios. That's all coming right up on TellyCast, the podcast for TV and digital content professionals. Taf, I've got you on TellyCast. How are you doing? Finally.
We finally made it.
Yeah.
We finally made it. I think we've attempted to do this for a few years.
We have. It's been a while.
It's been a while, but we've got it.
And I think we're like episode 236 or something
you're
like
lying.
that. Yeah, that's it. So we finally got you on.
Was it not COVID the first time we tried to do this?
It might very well have been.
I think it was. I think it was COVID.
Yeah.
And then
I was chasing you down remotely and
on COVID, yeah, and then we just never like connected. And then I remember coming to one of your events.
Yeah.
Then at that moment, yeah, we became friends.
Yeah, we did.
It was more like love at first sight, but
yeah,
friends at first sight.
Yeah,
yeah.
But it could be love as well.
Yeah,
right?
it could be love. It could be beautiful love at first sight. That's exactly what it was.
Well,
how are you?
Well, lock the doors because we're not going to let you go before we get some insight into Mako and everything that's going on in your world.
Thank you.
Now, first of all, why Mako Studios and why now?
Why Mako Studios and why now? So,
should I say Mako or Mako? Because I say Mako, it's M-A-K-O is like the Mako shark, but it's not.
M-A-K-O as in Mako. So Mako originally, the name came from my last name, which is Makopa. So I took the P and A out because it's about building a legacy. So, and I'm not the end of the legacy, so someone else can add more letters after it. But when I was thinking about it, I was like, what is my thing now? So my thing was like, I want to make amazing killer originals. I said, oh my God, that's Mako. That's my last name without the PNA. So that's how it came from.
Okay.
So that's literally what where all of that came from. Why now and why Mako? I think over the last, how long have we been doing this? 8 years now? Yeah, over the last 8 years, I've done a lot. I've achieved a lot. I think a lot of people tell me that I've done what they deem to be the impossible. And I've had the pleasure of meeting amazing people during the process. You know, like the team I had at the Wall, amazing team, amazing talented team. You know, the team I met outside of that, like other production companies I've met and everything else. And then I just sat back and I thought, look, we've got this problem in our creative space where the people that are commissioning the shows are either from TV world, so digital is becoming very TV oriented, which is not where we want to take digital when we started doing digital stuff, or the commissioners that are other commissioners that brands, they don't really understand it very well. They don't have the education that I've had to go through the last 8 years. So that I can position myself there as more of an education for the brands, but I also understand how production companies feel, because I've worked with them and I've been in a production company, you know, worked with one from where it wasn't to what it is now, you know, which is one of the best production companies in the country, to also talent that I worked with from when they had 10,000 followers to now 5-6 million. So it's like I'm in such a space where I've seen the growth of everything happening. It only makes sense that I'll go in and create a space and create a way for digital content to be more streamlined and to work in a way that allows everyone that opportunity and allows success and grows the digital space in its own entirety. So that's why I was like, now is the right time.
So it's creator led, but very much talent led.
It's
creator content that you're looking to produce.
So I'm looking to produce. I'm looking to be the perfect fit between the brands, the creators, and the content. So you can't do, if you miss one of those three, it doesn't work. Like that, you need the right personality to do the right to do the right show. But I create formats from talent first. So I think, okay, cool. Which talent do we really want to champion? Okay, we want to champion Justin. Okay, what's Justin really good at? His podcasts are amazing. Right, okay, let me speak to Justin and get to know him. We have a conversation. You tell me what you feel, what you like, what you don't like. I'm like, great, I've got this idea. The idea is Justin is going to go into a room where it's going to be the runway, and I'm going to set this up that Justin is going to, every single time where the supermodels come at the other end, he's got one killer question for them, because there's one person that the world understands what killer question. How have we come up with a format already? Look at that, right? And then
I like the sound of this.
The sound of this, right? And then we do it, right? And then, but how do I then convince Doechii that Justin is the right person for the Dolce & Gabbana runway? And the last conversation Justin should have is with Naomi Campbell. How do I convince them? Okay, Doechii is a fashion brand, so Justin is a perfect fit there. But actually, now I need to find the person that can actually capture that. I don't mind directing it and writing it, but I need someone that can really capture that. Then production company X comes to mind, because they're experts in that world.
So you're agnostic when it comes to production companies. You work with whoever's right for the project, and you work with the right creator. But it starts with the creator.
And then the format gets built.
And the formats get built. Is it purely brand funded?
Currently, yeah.
Right.
Currently, I'm going. The reason being why I'm going brand first right now is I want to increase the amount of commissioners that we have.
Yeah.
Which just is going to be beneficial for the creator economy, and it's also going to be beneficial for creators and production companies, right? So currently, I've got a few projects that I'm doing with BoohooMan, and there is 3-4 production companies involved. They had never worked with BoohooMan before. BoohooMan had never heard of them.
Okay.
Some of them I'd known some of the people, but I'd never worked with them myself, obviously, because I was their competitor before.
Yeah.
You know, but now I'm not. So just that alone tells you that from officially launching when did I officially launch?
About 2 months ago, about 6 weeks, 2 months ago.
Yeah. So from officially launching 2 months ago now to where I am now, I've got a slate of 6 shows, which is being done by like 4 different production companies.
Wow. Okay.
That none of them have ever worked with BoohooMan before.
Okay.
At all.
Great. So, well, we're going to come back to that, and we're going to come back to. I want to come back to IP as well, and where the IP sits within that, because that's really going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
But let's talk about your experience at Wall of Entertainment.
100%.
Because Wall of Entertainment is a recent winner at the TellyCast Digital Video Awards.
Yeah, which I was really happy to see.
Yeah.
Which was amazing to see.
And I think that's been a culmination of work over a number of years, of course.
100%. Over the last however long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you're can you talk about leaving there, and how you left, and is it all cool? You all happy? Are you all everyone's friends?
Everyone's friends. I think it was the hardest decision for me. To be honest, I think it wasn't the easiest thing to do. It wasn't the easiest thing to do, to turn your back on something that you've literally seen the evolution of, and been at the helm for pretty much the whole evolution.
Well, it's as well as that personal development, it's professional development, but it's an emotional thing, right? As well, when you build a business and help build a business over that long.
And I'm still cheering the boys on from, and I think for me it's like, I think it's the timing. It was the right time. It was the right time because If we're gonna go like from a facts perspective, right? I think the business revenue, just the revenue of the business alone from the time I took the helm, I think went over 7 or 8, 900%,
Right.
which is like really crazy numbers. Every single year was double digit growth. Every single year. I think at one point it was 50, I want to say 45, 50 employees on payroll at one
Wow.
point.
Wow.
And all of those things was just not me, but it was a combination of everything else that was going on, and breaking barriers and breaking boundaries, like even starting the foot asylum journey with them. I know now they work at Cowshed, but starting the foot asylum journey with them, which birthed the Does the Shoe Fits, that birthed all of that stuff, and
Yeah.
and then even working like brands like Ann Summers, like which is like, to a lot of people, is how does that even work, but it worked, and we made entertainment shows for Ann Summers that
Yeah.
accumulated millions and millions and millions of views, and gave the brand a whole different perspective. And even the pink courtroom stuff for POT, again, like, I remember having a conversation with Uma, who's the CEO of POT, good friend of mine as well. So Uma called me up and invited me. I think it was my birthday actually. Then invited me to come and meet him at the hotel where he was staying. I think he was leaving the day or two after. And then he said to me, Taf, I want the POT YouTube channel to be the best YouTube channel from any brand that does female clothing. Like, we need to be the best. I want to compete with Foot Asylum. I want to compete with everyone. Like, can you make that happen? And I was sat across the table to him. I remember looking at him. I'm like, right, he's actually serious. He means this, right? And then the answer is, yeah, we can do that. They're on over 1 million subscribers now and all of that stuff. Then when we first started working with them, they were on like 100K. I want to say 120,
Right.
120K.
Yeah.
So like so for being part of that, all of those things, right? It was not something that you can just turn your back on.
Yeah.
It wasn't an easy decision for me at all.
Well, it's a safe space,
Yeah.
so your own safe space, isn't it? If you're going to launch your own thing, it's always going to be a risk, and you never know. It's that to step into the unknown, isn't it?
100%. And I think now, like, literally, like, Justin, right now, my priority is solely focused on what part of me is I'm in the give back mode, and then part of me is I've learned a lot from that journey at Wall. Like, some great decisions I made, some not so great decisions I've made as well. There's decisions that I'm like, yeah, Taff, you shouldn't have done that. But there's also other decisions that I look at and I go, that was smart, and I'm glad you did that. Like, even the transition for Wall from being Wall of Comedy to Wall of Entertainment to getting it to where it got to, and even like watching shows like Minor Issues and all of those stuff win awards, and knowing the blood, sweat and tears that everyone involved, myself included, put into those projects to get them to where they got to is amazing to watch, because it's almost giving me reassurance that I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be fine. Like,
Yeah.
you'll be okay. Like, the more awards that come up, like, yeah, like, I'll be just fine. Like, this is just gonna be good. So outside the emotion of actually, like, waking up one morning and just knowing that, like, it's just you now. Outside of that, it was more, it was like, yeah, I felt like it was time. I felt like my time, that what I could have achieved, I had done. We'd gone from a business that was not making past, from a revenue perspective, numbers that were any more than 100K a year, to business that can do 4, 5 million, 3 million, 4 million a year. And for me, I was like, yeah, that side, I'd done my bit. And then the other side is that, look, transitioning and being at the helm where you get your social first business, doing a pilot for Channel 4, and it airs around Christmas when it's really busy, we're tapped out, and being part of that journey, I think, yeah, I just felt like I'd done my dues. And in all things that happen, you just look at it, you go, do you know what, I did my best.
Yeah.
And I'll literally, like, this is one thing, like, I woke up every morning, and in the process of that transition happening, I woke up every morning and I looked at everything, and I'm like, do you know what, one thing I always say is I did every single thing I could, and I did everything that I believed was right in the moment of doing things. So I was like, yeah, like I've done my bit.
What else can you say
What
to
else
that,
can-
right?
Yeah, like I literally like no, I mean people will be people, but no one can really ever question the the intention to make sure that everything that I did was serving the people that worked that worked with me, and also serving the audience with the content that they would enjoy.
Yeah.
That was literally like the two things that woke me up every morning and drove me every morning.
Yeah.
But I will say though, like the biggest thing that I'm really grateful for, I just worry about my mortgage right now.
Right.
That is one thing I'm really grateful
Welcome
for.
to the club.
Right? Like literally, I just worry about my mortgage, and I'm like, it will be fine. We've got enough. We've got enough to pay the mortgage this month. And it's not 30, 40 people's other mortgages, and it's not all of these other things which people really take for granted. But those are things that kept me up at night. Those are things that even had. I remember there's a time we were supposed to do some stuff together, and I wasn't well. Like those are stuff that take a bit of health, for me, like health-wise, mentally and physically, that took a toll. But I think the timing couldn't have been any better.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you've had an amazing, you leave a really amazing legacy there. And, I think, the whole of the digital first industry sees that and is excited to hear about your next chapter.
That was very interesting to get there. Like a lot of people that showed me love and congratulations and I'm here if you need me, Taf. Like I was like, wow, I didn't because I was in such a silo race, and I was like, we need to achieve this, we need to get this, we need to get this done. When I started getting all of that love back, I was like, why did I do this sooner? Like, what's going on here? Like, but it's been hard. Like, honestly, like not every single person, but most people that I've met doing this have either reached out, let's get a drink, let's get a coffee, let's have a meeting.
Yeah.
And I've had calls with a few of them. I've had people come to me with ideas that I found absolutely amazing. I'm going to try work with them to get them over the line.
Yeah.
And I've had so much things that I'm like, I didn't realize the need for what I'm doing was this big. I just thought it was just me, and I'm going to find one brand, test it, prove a concept. But actually now it's a whole industry. So yeah, that's been the second thing that I think has been a bit of reassurance for me, has been that.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, let's talk about the sector then. In terms of producing social video content, what do you need now to cut through? Because there's so much content coming out. There's so many different people producing it, and we'll come on to talk about brands in a minute. But
from a producer perspective,
well, yeah. What cuts through?
Great formats. That's it. Like, there isn't a big science right behind it. It's if a format is good and it can and it will cut through. The format will cut through. And the example I always give everyone is like, who's your favorite creator now?
Well, Max Fosh is pretty good. I mean,
do you know what, Max? If you're watching this, I really need to work with you. Anyway, but Max, for example, an incredible creator, funny, like one of my favorite creators too. But when you look at everything that Max is in, it doesn't have 5 million views.
Yep.
Some have millions, some have hundreds of thousands, but it's still the same Max. I'm a Max fan, so I'll probably watch every video that Max uploads. But at the same time, I haven't enjoyed every single video that Max has uploaded. Doesn't mean I don't love you though, Max, I promise.
Yeah.
But it's because the format wasn't right for me.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And when he nails his formats, Max flies.
So you're talking about a chicken shop dates format, essentially.
Right. But look at that. Look how amazing that's done.
Yeah.
And look how Amelia's done amazing with that.
Yeah.
Like that chicken shop format it works, right? And people love it. And it goes and it goes. It's got base fan base.
Yeah.
It's got base fan base of 1 million views every episode, minimum. And then if the guest is huge, you get your 3, 4, 5, 6 million views.
Yeah.
But you've got your base because the people love that format.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about Hot Ones.
Yes.
Another great format.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll get back to them later. But I think that tells you that a good format cuts through.
So formats is key.
Format is key.
Let's come back to that actually, because I'm really interested in formats, and I really think there's going to be a focus of that on the digital content forum this year.
Yeah.
I really, really want to have a lot of discussion about that.
When is it?
That's in November the 6th this year.
Okay.
All right.
My show's a bit out, so that's cool. That's
All right,
fine.
good.
So
good.
I can back my formats are king.
Yeah. Okay.
Fingers crossed. Because I think I'll be on my third one. I'll be on my third run for BoohooMan by that time.
Okay.
So it'll be 3 shows. So yeah, we'll talk about what I'm working with them later.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's talk broadly about brands.
Yes.
First of all, then. So we've seen JD Sports. We've seen Foot Locker. We've seen
and Foot Locker as well.
Foot Locker. Yeah. So and
Crep Protect is another one that I've seen. Yeah, Crep Protect. I've started to do some bits.
Right.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you? I mean, clearly it's a growing market. Do
100%.
you think? I mean, how far is it going to go? Do you think that entertainment and becoming an entertainer is now a crucial part of a brand's strategy in a way that they can meet their young audiences in a and have a relationship with their audiences rather than a retailer or or an agency or a broadcaster or anybody having that relationship in between them, if you like.
Yeah, look at other stats that's going on in the markets, right? You look at footfall in big shopping malls every year. It's year on year decline, and we've heard people speak out of sight, out of mind, right? And where can you be in sight? That's on people's devices, right?
Yeah.
And where on people's devices? That's on social media. So you need to be there for you to not be out of sight, out of mind. Like, there's a brand that I met on social media and I love, and that's because I saw their content and I saw their ads. I said, oh, this brand is really interesting. And then I've been shopping with that brand for some time now. So that's how I got to meet that brand. It was me being on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I've fallen in love with Curry's all over again.
Right.
The last time I actually voluntarily went into a Curry's store before recently was when I was at uni.
Okay.
And I graduated in 2011. So you can imagine how long ago that was, when my laptop had died and I needed to do my dissertation. So I needed to go in there to find something. And now their personality on social media is incredible.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Like, when I go into Curry's now, naturally, I look at the stuff and I smile more.
Yeah.
Because I just think you could be one of the funny ones on TikTok.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't know you, but you could have been one of the guys. And I think that's where we are now. We're in a space where outside, out mind, and the place to be on site is not billboards anymore, because even people that are driving, even though they shouldn't do it, they're using their mobile phones to even don't encourage it, and people that are at home, like, it's always interesting when I have my nephews and nieces around, we have this moment where we just see each other, it's amazing, then give it an hour and then we're all like this. and then we do this to show each other what we found on our own screens. We're doing this.
Yeah.
Then so it's like, that's what the world is.
Yeah.
And brands, that's gonna definitely grow. But however, I can foresee a place where brands are going to start clustering themselves.
Okay.
Right. So you're going to get brands that go hand in hand with each other, working together and collaborating together to cut through. And I think that's why Mako was a thing.
So brand co-productions.
Co-producing, yeah. 100%. 100%.
It sounds complicated, but
no,
maybe it doesn't need to be, right?
There's one that I'm working on, which I can't share, unfortunately, because literally I got the green light to start moving a bit more a couple of days ago. Okay. And that's going to be probably the test. Okay. That's going to show how 3 brands can come together and work on something, and it cut through, and every brand gets its moment to shine.
Really smart.
I don't know why they're trusting me with this, by the way, but but they are.
Well, I think we all know.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But I think it will be really interesting, and I think that's what the future is going to be, because one thing for certain is this: production costs are not going down, talent fees are not going down, the cost to retain people is not going down, and not every brand sales is going up. So at some point they've got to find a way to maximize the small budgets that they have, and that's by clustering themselves with brands that they know they've got the same target audience, but they serve different purposes to them. For example, BoohooMan, they'll give you your clothing, JBL will give you your audio entertainment. You need your clothes and you need your audio entertainment. They're not in competition.
Yeah.
So why can't those two brands?
So different sectors can work together.
100%.
You can almost have,
and they
almost
target
like
the same people.
Yeah, and so there can be different category sponsors or funders, if you like.
Exactly
brand.
that. Exactly
Makes
that.
sense.
So why wouldn't you say, if you're JBL, for example, and you've got a 50K, you've got a 100K budget, and 100K is probably going to give you one decent production. And then you're BoohooMan and you've got 100K budget, which will probably give you like one decent production. Why don't you either spend 50 each and do one together and test it, and just to have 50 left to spend on other things, or actually go hard and go home, go all the way and put 200 grand in, because you all had 100 grand in, and then create something that's literally gonna cut all the way.
Yeah.
But brands probably are now gonna start dating, and you're gonna get brands that are like engaged and dating and married or seeing each other.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the next thing.
Okay. All right. Interesting. So tell us about your projects then.
Yes.
Mako.
God, I'm excited about this part. That's my favorite part.
Well, that's it. Well, you've teased a couple of them, so let's have some exclusives. Come on, Taf.
So exclusive. We have an amazing dating show that I film on the... When do I film it? Oh, 17th, 16th, 17th of July. I'm filming an amazing dating show. And I was sat there and I was like, I need a host. And someone that can host this show, that's not going to be... I wanted a first-time host as well, weirdly, right? I don't know why, but in my head, it needed to be first-time host. And it needed to be someone that was outside the box. And I said, who is it that I have in my phone book that I believe can carry this show? And I know them personally, and a very good friend of mine. And I made the call. And honestly, like, before I even said anything, they said, whatever you need me to do, Taf, yes, I'll do it. So that show is going to be hosted by none other than the UK rap legend, Chipmunk.
Right.
So Chip is hosting a dating show, believe it or not, which is an incredible... And do you know what it is? Like, I know Chip very well. The guy is hilarious. Like, he's actually hilarious. Like, you speak to him on the phone. Like, I've been to his house. He's invited me to his house. We're working on something separately, which I'm going to allow him to announce that when he's ready. But we're working on something that I also think is going to change how certain formats are done. This for me was also like, this is good. So working together on that project, and then working together on the dating show. So when I say to him, I said, look, I actually think you should host it. He said, yeah, Taf, come on, man, I've got it. You know, and fun fact is, like, he was one of the few people, once when I left War, he was one of the first people to message me and just give me like words of like encouragement. He literally turned around to me, like, he said, I know that Taf is gonna come back harder, Taf is gonna come back stronger, Taf's gonna come back smarter. And I was just like, how do you know this? He's like, I know you, I believe in you. And it's very nice to hear that from people that you also look up to.
Yeah.
So Chip's hosting a dating show.
What's it called? Have you got a title yet?
Yes, the title's called Are You Even Real?
All right.
That's the title. And I'm doing that show with the guys at Object.
Okay, Object are producing that?
Object are producing that. This one, I wrote the format, I wrote the idea, spoke to the guys at BoohooMan about it. They said, oh my God, we love it. And
awesome.
How can you get it done? I said, oh, not by myself. And these are the 5 projects you've got me working on.
Yeah.
So
all right, fantastic.
Object.
So that's
Object
the first
are doing
one.
that. That's the first one.
And how many parts is that?
Three episodes.
3 episodes. Okay.
3 episodes. So everything that we're doing currently, I'm calling it the pilot stage. So they're all 3 episodes.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're all 3 episodes, and the budgets, you'd be amazed. The budgets are less than 10K an ep.
Wow.
So we are actually, really showing what we can actually do. Yeah. So the budgets are really... I wanted to win that award. I want to win it next year. I want to win it next year. I want to win it next year for less than 10K an ep. I want to win it next year. So Are You Even Real is there. Yeah. Another one that I can proudly announce is a project that we're working on with the guys from Cowshed. It's called Luke Comes Home. So it's a Luke Littler documentary.
Fantastic.
It's Luke Littler and Angry Ginge.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, so Luke has been part of the BoohooMan family for some time, and there was the guys at Cowshed, they proposed a different concept to work with Luke on, and then we had a sit down together, and they said, "Come on, like we need something that's not just a YouTube piece. We need something that's going to be for the history books and something that's going to be more legendary." We butt our heads together, and then we're just going back and forth, and Luke Comes Home happens, so we get to see Luke. I can't say it because then Luke will know, because some of them are surprises.
All right.
So we get to see Luke be Luke.
Okay.
Let me say that, because some of the bits we've kept away from him to get the reaction that he that we need from him. But actually, no, we would have shot this. We're shooting this on Thursday, so I can tell you, we're shooting this on Thursday, which is the 10th. So you get to see. We're gonna go to Luke's old school.
Okay.
We're gonna go to the pub that he actually started his journey on. So we're gonna split into a 2-part right now, which is before that lethal throw, and after that lethal throw.
So it's two-parter.
It's a 2-parter.
Okay. Is it short form or is it
short form? Short
Okay.
form. So they're all up under 20 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. So short form. So that's happening.
And is that again BoohooMan?
That's BoohooMan.
Yeah.
That's BoohooMan. There is another project with BoohooMan that I'm working on with the guys at Object again, which is called You're Lying. This one is hosted by Kenny.
Right.
Kenny from Beta Squad.
Yeah.
So Kenny and his bunch of call them truth finders are here to actually give back the items that have been lost to the rightful owners. So in there you have amazing characters that we've casted. You've got this lady that is incredible. She does a podcast with her daughter called Mum Can You Not, and she's the mother, so it's mum and daughter, and she's extremely talented, hilarious. She's also Zimbabwean, hilarious. Her name is Memory, so you're gonna see it on the show. You've got a young girl who's been in theatre for some time now. I think she's 15 now.
Right.
Her name is Nessisa, so she's gonna be on there as well as part of the Truth Finders. Yeah, and then casting wise, there's big names. There's a few that I'm hoping to finally get over the line, but it's gonna be a good mix.
All right.
Like a big mix.
That's a powerful first slate. That's
fantastic. So that's one more, and I'm on number 3. So number four. See, number 4 is, which one is? Yes, number 4. There's a girl called Koi that I've been a fan of for a long time. So she's an upcoming. I say upcoming. She's been upcoming for some time, but she's legendary to me, and she's a host, and she's gonna host a show called You're Out the Chat. So Out the Chat is a friendship test where a group of friends come together and they write the manifesto, what it takes to be in the WhatsApp group chat.
Okay.
Right? And then this has been shot on the 18th, so by the time this comes out, it'll be out, then we would have shot anyway. So yeah, so the manifesto, we have 3 items, 3 things that you must be able to do to be in the group chat. We test those 3 things. We test a group on those 3 things. Whoever's the most highest points is then the group admin.
Okay.
But the group admin has to kick someone who's now less relevant to the group out the group chat.
Oh no.
But you don't just kick them out though, because now when your friends, your family know each other, this person, we're all part of big family, so we have to call your mum or your dad or your uncle or your granddad or whoever is the friends that we've been to the house of, and we have to explain to them why we're kicking you out the group. And this will be the first time you know that you're getting kicked out, and this will be the first time they'll also find out that you're getting kicked out the group.
They're going to stick up for you, aren't they?
Well, I hope so. If it's my mum, I don't know if she'll stick up for me, to be fair. But yeah, so that's the 4, and then there's one more that's in early development, and this is it's an accountability test. So that one is that one we're still finishing off, but I'm hoping to also get that shot in July.
Right.
And then when we do the screening on the 31st of July,
yeah,
you're gonna see some of these.
Fantastic.
You're gonna see some of these.
Well, I mean, that's like 0 to 60 in 0.3 seconds or something.
I was hoping you say 0.2. All right, I'll take 0.3. I'll take 0.3.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
That is.
Thank you.
That's the thing that's keeping you up at night now.
Yes.
It's like, how are you going to deliver on everything, right?
Yeah, and also like, so I'm out of the. So Luke, I'm not directing that one, but I'll be executing it. Are You Even Real? I'm directing that. You're Lying, I'm directing that, and I'm co-directing You Out the Chat.
So you're not producing it. So you've obviously
The production company comes in.
So there's a producer working on it, but
Yeah.
you're directing it and
Directing
you're
and
working very
exec
closely with
I'm directing and exec producing all of them.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be really interesting. I think for me, it's also like allows me the freedom to dip in as much as I would like to on a particular project.
Yeah.
So like You're Lying and Are You Even Real? Like those projects mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
I think getting Kenny to say yes to do that was amazing, and getting Chip to say yes to that was also like amazing.
Yeah.
And I think my first one out when I was like, yeah, this is the new era was Are You Even Real? Yeah. I'm obsessed with dating shows since Does the Shoe Fit. I'm obsessed with dating shows.
Yeah.
And I've always been anxious to do a dating show.
Right.
Because Does the Shoe Fit did so well. I've always been hesitant to go back into that world again.
Yeah.
But yeah, now I'm ready.
Fantastic.
Now I'm ready.
So there's a lot going on.
Yes.
And it's only you're in the first 3 months of your new business.
Yeah.
What does Mako look like for the rest of the year? I mean, are you looking to staff up, or are you just going to keep it yourself, or what's the plans around that?
So currently I'm staffing up. I think I'm gonna get a few bodies in, and I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna do things very different to the way I did things at the wall. The people that I'm gonna staff up are more my growth buddies than roles. You know, I want to get a team of people that are really excited about Mako and what it represents. People that have got that can-do attitude. I don't really care too tough about experience like that. Like I've always been like that at the wall. Like it's helped a lot, and in some cases, boy, I paid for it. But in most cases, it was amazing. Like I'm get like those hidden gems from just really looking at people and trusting people and doing it. So I'm really looking for growth buddies. I think I might go up to 5.
Right.
Depending on all the other stuff that I've got out for tender. There's big brands that I'm tendering with right now. Right. I'm in a lot of big conversations and big rooms that I'm speaking to a lot of people about changing things, like, without saying too much. One of them is one of the biggest airlines there is. One of them is one of the biggest tech company there is as well. And one of them is one of the biggest software companies there is. So it's like, and also some of them are really small businesses too, that are really coming up and really trying to make a mark. So yes, I've got a variation of different things, but what I really want to focus on, once I get my growth buddies, they can kind of manage their accounts. I really want to focus on more of the creative and the marrying of the three. I don't want to lose the ethos of
the matchmaking almost. If
yes, I don't want
brand creator and
production
format,
companies, and the right format. I don't really want to I don't want to lose that because that's our unique selling point.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about that for a second, just before we go into story of the week and hero of the week and get in the bin. But let's talk about the formats then.
Yeah.
And how that works. So when you're developing an original format for social, and you're developing that yourself, so the IP sits with you. So are brands interested in format rights? I mean,
yes.
Right, okay.
I think now they've woken up to like what happens.
Yeah.
Right. They've woken up to the fact that, like, using as an example, like there's a reason Does the Shoe Fit belongs to a production company that did that show. Yeah. So if the brand wants to do it again, there is things that they have to do, right? For using that as an example. Yeah. And then once it's gone past the licensing period, anyone can take it. Yeah. And there's also money in formats, because if everyone goes format first, like the guys at Objects, amazingly, they sold their format. Can't remember who they sold it to, but they sold the
Bonajay, I think it was. On Clone Heads.
Clone Heads. Yeah. So they managed to sell Clone Heads, and for me, that's amazing. And I think as social producers, that's what we should be thinking about. Yeah. We should really be looking at this funding as pilot to put stuff on screen to then be able to sell the formats. Yeah. But I think brands are now becoming more interested in that, so that if something really takes off, they know that can tap into it as and when.
Yeah, they want to be able to, if they're helping create it, they want a piece of that. They want to be able to carry on making that as well, rather than having to go back to and license their own show.
To license their own show back, exactly.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, Hot Ones, you mentioned Hot Ones earlier on. That's just been licensed to be remade for Social First in Germany as well.
That was my hero story.
Yeah. Oh, right.
That was my hero story.
Okay.
But I've got another one, though.
Well, that's it. Okay. Yeah. Well, let's go on to Story of the Week then.
Yeah.
So now it's time for Story of the Week, where my guests get to highlight the content industry news story that's caught their eye in the past 7 days. So, Taf, you talked about Hot Ones, first of all.
Yes.
Which is super interesting. And
yes.
There's a Banijay production company called Trezor, which are remaking that for Social First in Germany. In Germany.
Yes.
And that's really, I see that as being a massive growth opportunity, right? For Social First producers.
I think if that doesn't tell you how powerful Format First is, I don't know what will.
Yeah.
Simplified format that connects. That's it.
Yeah.
And I think for me, that's like, when I saw that, I said, yeah, that's my story of the week. I said, wow, like, it's actually, I saw when they acquired the format, and I was like, that was a lot of money. That was life-changing money, you know? And then now, for that to then go into those different markets, it just really showed me everything that I believe in, that the Format First.
Yeah, well, that's it. To see the format owner that was acquired by, I think it was $85 million.
Yeah.
And now they're obviously starting to recoup that through licensing
already
Hot Ones around the world. So we can see
the business model working. We're going to see more of those.
We're going to see Hot Ones UK presumably coming,
and the same thing which is what's happening with Pop the Balloon right now.
Yeah.
Which is something that took the internet by storm.
Yeah.
Very simple format.
Yeah.
Very, very, but it's a format that when you watch it, I remember watching it going, oh, it works.
Yeah.
Like, I can see it. Like, why did I not think of this? Like, it flipping works,
Well, that's the beauty of formats, isn't it?
Exactly.
Simplicity is often the the real the ones that really cut
exactly.
through,
Right, my hero.
Yeah.
Said I had to think long and hard about this one, because I think there's a lot of people that have done amazing stuff. But I think my hero of the week has been my hero for the last, I want to say, 6 weeks. It's a DJ.
Right.
It's a guy called DJ AG. I think what AG is doing is phenomenal. AG has managed somehow to give talent and artists money come by experiences, and regular people money come by experiences. This guy had Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, walk onto King's Cross Station, outside King's Cross Station in London, here, to do a freestyle.
Wow.
Like, it's insane. He had Naomi Campbell the other day. He had Sierra the other day. And I think recently he just had Chip, Krypton Conan. And these guys are coming and they're performing their songs to the public outside, and just outside.
And where does it, DJ AG, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
he streams it on TikTok.
It's TikTok streamer.
Yeah, he streams on TikTok.
Wow.
He's like, for me, like when I see it, I'm like, this guy deserves all the flowers.
Yeah,
because he's created a platform that's not too big for anyone or too small for anyone, and that is really difficult to do.
Yeah,
and for him to execute it the way he has, I think that's incredible.
All right, hero of the week, DJ AG.
DJ AG.
All right, check him out.
He's incredible. He's incredible.
All right. Okay, and finally, Taf, who or what are you telling to get in the bin?
Oh, this was hard. I remember coming in, I was like, I can't figure. I can't. I think train conductors.
Train conductors.
Yes.
All right. You've had a bad experience.
It wasn't with me personally. Right. So I was on the train the other day, and it's happened a few times now. And sometimes I'm like, come on, like, it's not necessary. And then something happened to me as well. But we'll talk about what happened to me in a minute. So let's speak about this guy, right? This guy comes on the train, and he's on the train, and then he shows a ticket, right? And I think his ticket was super off peak, but he couldn't get on the train because whatever time, right? That could have been a nice conversation, my friend, you can't use that ticket on this train. You can, either buy a new ticket, or or wait for your train.
Yeah. Oh,
right.
Okay,
That's because it's not like his ticket is not. It's just not valid for that particular train.
Yeah.
This guy made sure everyone in the carriage knew. He was raising his voice. He was shouting, "Why would you use? It says on the signs. It does this." I'm like, "Oh my God! Like, there's no need for that."
Yeah.
You could have dealt with that in a nice way and got. You can get a ticket. You can get this, and you can. I'm like, you haven't even asked him if he's okay to just pay the difference.
Yeah.
And you know what happened? The guy just sat there quietly, took out his wallet and took out his card, and he says, "What's the difference?" Well, now I have to. I said, like, there's no need for that.
Right.
There's no need for that.
No.
And then my experience, right? I was coming from Manchester, and I was sat on the train, and I needed to do a lot of work that day. So I got my first class ticket. I sat in my first class. I'm doing my work. I'm just grafting through, and the guy comes and says, "Oh, can I check your ticket?" Yeah, and then I showed him my ticket. Then he looked at it. He goes, "Where did you buy this?" I looked at him and I said to him, "Where you buy tickets?" Because I can be petty. See, my toxic trait is I'm very petty. Justin, I'm petty. I'm ready, and I'm working on it. I promise I'll be better. Like, ask anyone that knows me personally. They know I can be ridiculously petty. He goes, "But where?" And I said, "Why? Why are you asking?" Right. And the reason why he was asking is originally my ticket was in first class. So I then upgraded it just by the gate before I came in.
Yeah.
So that I can sit down and I've got 5 shows in over 5 days.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
literally I just needed that 2.5 hour window to just finish an episode script, right? And just not get disrupted. But because now I've got 2 tickets, he was genuinely convinced. Do you know what he asked me? He asked me to show him the card that I paid for that ticket with. Because it's got like the receipt. It's got the last, because I still had the receipt and the ticket together.
So he didn't think it was yours?
No,
it
he
was
thought I
physical
picked it up. He thought I picked it up.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
He thought I picked it up. I was like, so all of this, like, why?
So, yeah. So you've had some bad
And even if I picked it up, so what? It's my good luck today. Like, let me be, do you know?
Yeah.
So in my head, it was like,
Yeah.
it's just jobs worth for no reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's going in the bin for me this week.
Well, I'm pretty sure we don't have any train conductor viewers or listeners, but we might have. I don't know. But if
Particular one that work on, I'm not gonna.
Let's not.
I'm not gonna say anything.
But anyway, well, it's whoever they are.
They're probably gonna watch this and they're gonna remember me.
Yeah.
I hope you do as well.
We are. Well, train conductors, they're all going in the bin.
Yes.
Thank
yes,
you so
they are
much.
going in the bin. Yes.
Thank you so much for coming
honestly,
on TellyCast.
Thank you so much for having me. I think as an industry, we need to get behind you. We need to support you. I think what you're doing for us is amazing. You threw an amazing event for us, which we need. Look at me now doing budgets for less than 10K an ep so that I can get a nomination next year. That's how amazing it was. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was incredible. And thank you for having this, and thank you for having me. Anytime you need me, I'll be back.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in and spending time with us.
No problem.
And yeah, without a doubt, we'll have you back on, and we'll see who else you're checking in the bin next time.
Like which conductors in the bin this time, eh? No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Thank you.
And good luck with all your shows.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it. It's a marathon now. It's a final stretch. I'm gonna need it.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, that's about it for this week's show. TellyCast was produced by Spirit Studios and recorded in London. We'll be back next week with another show. Until then, stay safe.